Okay, today I'm going to tackle a big issue that lots of people want to attribute to home life. So, motivation of students. Motivation of students in the classroom, whether we want to admit it or not. Truthfully, a lot of it comes from the engagement in the classroom and the passion of the teacher. So, if you're sitting, it's the sage on the stage, and you are giving all of the information, I'm telling you guys, I've been in a lot of districts, and I would say 90% of the classrooms I go into, it's sit and get. And I, as an adult who's super educated, is wanting to fall asleep or leave. Like, I'm not engaged. You can't make me want to learn in there. So if you're 12, imagine how that child feels. So the first step in motivation is going to be the engagement in the classroom. And so how do you engage? Like, one, kids today can only take small little tidbits of information. So 10 minutes max of whatever you're doing. So direct instruction, 10 minutes. Guided practice, 10 minutes. Independent practice, 10 minutes. And in a 55-minute class, if you have a bell ringer, a hook, you have 10 minutes of direct instruction, 10 minutes of guided, 10 minutes of independent, and 5 minutes of closure. You're already, like, and give or take, a few minutes in all of those areas, you're already at the end of your class. And so your class will fly by, but kids feel like they're constantly moving, like they're going on to the next thing, and that's how their brain is functioning right now. They can't sit for 55 minutes and just get you up there talking, because at what point in their life do they ever hear that? Even on, like, television, they're seeing things that, like, the scenes are always changing. Social media or YouTube, because YouTubers are a big thing, they see those little clips very quickly. So engagement is going to be a big piece of that. And then when you're engaging, the direct instruction, that if you're doing a PowerPoint, if you're doing a Nearpod, like, Nearpod is a great resource. So you can have your PowerPoint in there, and then within that PowerPoint, have polls, have quizzes, have that interactive ability to not only get kids thinking during the presentation, but you also get a check for understanding as well. So that's a great way to engage. Guided practice, a great way is to model. So if you're working on the writing process, having a poorly written writing response, and then as a class, going through, guys, how can we make this better? And everybody has input, and you're building that team and community together. Independent practice, things that that the kids want to do, or allowing choice in the independent practice, or making it relevant to their lives. So, we had a STEM activity, and afterwards we reflected some that, the kids had to develop little pyramids to learn mean, median, and mode. But what lacked from that part of the walls down was, like, what was the connection to math and Egypt and that time period? Well, you would need that math, some kind of mathematical equation, to build these pyramids so that they are sturdy and that they will last for centuries. And so making those connections so they understand the relevance of what they're learning in all these different areas. The other piece of the motivation is your passion. I'm telling you, sometimes I am ridiculous, believe it or not, and sometimes I know people are sitting there and laughing at me, and that happened in the classroom as well, not just with teachers. But I loved what I was doing so much that it became contagious. Like, you can't help but, like, she's so ridiculous right now, and if she's willing to embarrass herself and go out on a limb, I'm gonna take a risk in this class too. And so those are the things that motivate kids. And then your relationship with them. So if a child knows, if you keep telling a kid, oh, guess what, I'm looking for another job, they're not going to be motivated in your class, because you know what? They're part of your class. So if you're leaving, they think that you're leaving because of them. So why would they be motivated to do anything for you or behave in your class, let alone learn in your class? So that's another part of the motivation. So it's teacher passion, it's engagement in the classroom, and it's knowing the kids, knowing what they like and what they want to do in your class, and making it relevant to the real world. So just a tidbit on how to motivate students in your classroom. Have a great day.